Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to today's podcast where we are hosting Cassie, who's the founder and CEO of Wild Rye, an MTB brand for women plus folks. She's also the launcher of Women's Led Wednesday, which is a holiday dedicated to conscious shopping in support of women led brands. Cassie does so much to support not only the MTB community, but she also works hard to elevate women everywhere. That's from the backcountry to the boardroom. She's an all around amazing human being. I got to meet and hang out with her at the Women of Oz Festival in September. So without further ado, let's welcome Cassie. Hey, Cassie.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking time. I know you were saying this is one of the busiest time periods for you, right?
Yep. Yes.
Time of the year.
Any retail business is in crunch mode right about now. So Wild Rye, we're full pedal to the metal and winding out the year and holiday sales and getting ready for a great 2024. So
well, let's touch a little on that because one of the things we've talked about that I wanted to highlight, we highlighted this last year, but I'm stoked you're on the podcast today because you started Women Led Wednesday. And so I would love it if you could please give us a little brief as to what inspired you to do that. Like, what inspired you to start Women Led Wednesday? Which, by the way, folks, it's not just for mountain biking, it's for brands everywhere that are led by women. So go ahead, Cassie.
Yeah. So I'll try to keep this as simple as possible. But in 2018, I was looking for ways to launch our own holiday sales for Wild Rye. And we're looking at Black Friday, and REI had just launched its Opt Outside. And so, between trying to get people outside, which is certainly a part of our brand ethos, and the gross mass consumption that happens on Black Friday, that just didn't feel like a good fit for us. Small Business Saturday, while super noble and really important, also wasn't a great fit for Wild Rye. We don't have a brick and mortar presence, at least not directly. And then Cyber Monday just seemed like an easy way for a small brand to get lost in the battle of the ad dollars. So I was talking to my former business partner and, sort of guessing that something like Women Led Wednesday must already exist. I mean, the news cycle was perpetually talking about how do we get more women on Fortune 500 boards and into C-suites, like we need more women in leadership. So I figured there must be something that was supporting brands that were already led by women. And sure enough, after enough Googling, there was not such a thing. Through that same research, I discovered that American Express launched Small Business Saturday in the wake of the recession to infuse dollars into small businesses. So, obviously awesome. American Express can do it. I can too.
Of course you can, because you're awesome.
Yeah. So, pie in the sky. So I just woke up one morning really inspired to create a day that was just for women identifying entrepreneurs to celebrate each other and our community and hopefully drive more sales and inspire the public to shop women led on that day as well. So put together a website, shot an email out to anyone I could think of. And I think the first year I launched it like 3 weeks before the big day. And I think we had somewhere between 50 and 80 brands involved that first year. And now we're up to over 750 brands in the directory. So.
Wow. Yeah. And this is year 6, right?
This is year 6. Yep.
That's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't know it had grown that much. Look at, wow. It makes me so, like, I just got the goosebumps. Like, that just makes me so happy.
Yeah. It's really fun. It's really important. I mean, I've continued to research every single year and keep coming up with more and more reasons about why it's important. And certainly some of those reasons are struggles that I've had as an entrepreneur as well. But women receive less than 2% of venture funding. We're 3 times more likely to get denied bank loans. Yet on the flip side, amongst Fortune 500 brands, brands with women at the top are on average more profitable. So there's a huge disconnect there. Even more important for the consumers and general public to use their purchasing power to elevate women in leadership.
Do you have you seen a change in the last 6 years since you've been doing this in terms of more women-led businesses, or were the businesses out there they just needed to be elevated to be seen?
Yeah, I mean, over the years, like there have been, I feel like every couple of years, there's a few women-led brands that get all the attention, from that are venture backed, and there's such a buzz around venture backed consumer products brands. But there's so many amazing women-led brands that aren't venture backed or have a different path to growing and growth that doesn't include venture funding. And I've just seen so many incredible brands growing and making an impact in the last 5 to 6 years. Yeah, it's been a really cool thing. And I don't know if I'm just more aware of those brands due to my work with Women Led Wednesday. But I certainly pay attention, and yeah.
Whether or not you do what you're doing is absolutely amazing. And there's some stats that you guys have put out on your website that, talks about, as 50.8% of the population are women, 52% are in the professional workforce. And I'm never going to forget the statistics you threw out when I was at the Women of Oz, of the amount of women that are in the outdoor industry and the small percentage of brands that even cater to women or think of women as a consumer. I was shocked when I
Yeah.
saw that, but shocked and not, right? Like
Yeah.
shocked yet not shocked.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of brands try, but really when you're thinking about it, I'll just reiterate those facts just so that everyone else
Yeah,
hears them.
please.
But across the outdoor industry, women are 46% of participants, but women are only in the top leadership position at 16% of outdoor brands and 4% of cycling brands. So
Jeez.
when
4%.
decisions are ultimately made, it's, getting passed up the ladder. And what is that? In 84% of brands, men are making decision in the outdoor space, and 96 of brands in the cycling space, a man is the ultimate decision maker. So not to say that a lot
Yeah.
of those brands are doing really noble and amazing things for women and folks of all backgrounds, but there is an ultimate disparity for sure.
There is, and I'm hearing rumblings that women brands, mountain bike brands, are suffering right now based on some male-led leadership. Juliana, Liv, like things are not doing well right now. So hopefully that'll change the more we get involved. But yeah, those statistics are absolutely mind-blowing. I'm going to put all this information for y'all that are listening. I know we just got into the podcast, but I want to dive right into the Women Led Wednesday. So all this information will be available. We're launching this tomorrow. I'm doing this with Cassie on a Tuesday. Wednesday, this is going to be out. So all y'all will have a week to prepare, research all the brands you want to support and buy from. It's going to be all listed there as well. So we're going to come back to Women Led Wednesday, but I wanted to touch on Wild Rye. I mean, well, hold on. Before we go to Wild Rye, you're a veteran of the outdoor sports industry, right? Like you've worked in the sports industry, outdoor industry for a really long time. When you started, were there a lot of women? And I know the answer to this, but has it changed? Has it changed from when you started in the outdoor industry to now? The amount of women in there. Come on, Cassie, tell us.
I mean, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
It's changed. I mean, it's changed a lot. It still has a long ways to go. So no question, it's worth continuing to push. But yeah, I mean, and I haven't even been in the outdoor industry anywhere near as long as, some of the women that I look up to. But I definitely remember sitting in countless sales meetings for brands that I consulted for, and I would be the only woman in the room. There'd be 30, 40 guys, and then their PR girl, Cassie, in the corner, like soaking up all the information. Um, yeah, and I
Secretly
mean,
starting to take over the world.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know, Mia, if you ever went to Interbike when it was still a thing in Vegas, and it really,
Yeah.
I don't know if I have hard facts to back this up, but walking through the show, it felt like there were more scantily clad booth girls than there were women actually working in the industry in those days. So you get these booth girls
Yeah.
wearing short shorts and bikinis, trying to usher people into the booths of, countless bike industry brands. And
Yeah.
yet there were next to no women walking the show halls or representing brands. So we've come a long way from that. So I am
Yeah.
happy to see that. And, Interbike is a thing of the past at this point. So
Yeah.
I
Yep.
hope that Booth Girls would also be a thing of the past if Interbike were still around. But yeah.
Well, you never know. I mean, the last couple festivals I went to, I did see a lot more female presence in
Mm-hmm.
around, like not just Rome, obviously, but the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival. There were quite a lot of women around. We should talk about that too after this.
Yep.
Reminds me of that. So I'm glad that we're seeing more women in the industry. Although, in talking with Hannah from Juliana yesterday, there is still a long way to go for
Mm-hmm.
women working in those brands, even though it's supposed to be an independent women brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so having worked in the outdoor industry for a while, I know you were at Smith, right? You worked at Smith for a while. Where else
Mm-hmm.
have you? Because then you merged. You just started Wild Rye. You saw the need, right? You wanted to put a need there for women.
Yeah, so I was in-house at Smith for a number of years up until when the brand relocated from Sun Valley, Idaho to Portland. Before that, I worked at Grand Targhee, the ski resort on the Idaho-Wyoming border, and was their marketing manager for a bit. And so that's sort of the start of my outdoor industry career. After Smith, I started a consulting business. So I did PR and marketing consulting for countless brands across the industry, specifically in snow, outdoor, a little less in bike at the time. But I worked for brands like Black Crows, Dina Fit, Salewa, Howler
Wow.
Brothers, Skeeta, just to name a handful. Certainly plenty of others. And so, yeah, over the years, I attended just about every industry event out there across categories of outdoor sport, definitely well beyond bike. And, the need is there in every industry. Bike was
Right.
the most obvious place, but snow sports have a long ways to go. General outdoor has a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Water sports. There's room for improvement in the way we speak to women, the way we bring product to market for women in all of those categories. So, um, enter Wild
Okay.
Rye.
Enter Wild Rye. Like I mean, everyone knows I'm a fan of Wild Rye, so I'm stoked to have you on here. And this was a total coincidence, by the way.
I know, I was noticing that.
I wear this like all the time.
I love it.
So for Wild Rye, you started the company in 2016, is that right?
Yeah, I started the company with a business partner. We launched to the public in 2016. And then late 2018, I bought out my business partner and went it
The rest is
alone for a couple
history.
of years until I was able to hire some folks. So yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing great. So for all of you all listening, or even if you're watching, because we're gonna put this on YouTube as well. Wild Rye is an all-inclusive brand for women plus all those who are non-binary identifying folks, and their apparel goes from a 0 all the way up to a 20. Am I right, Cassie, in saying that?
24. We have some products that go to 24, and we'll have more,
That's
a
awesome.
whole collection through 24 in launching in 2024. So 2020,
That's amazing.
24 and 24.
Yeah, well, I was gonna ask you, we can touch on this in a little bit about what's coming up for you guys in 2024, but we're going into the winter time, and I know Wild Rye also has some base layers and or snow apparel, right? Are you guys still doing that this year? I think I saw that last year.
Yeah, so we actually launched as a 4-season brand. We launched with snow sports, base layers, merino collection, and bike, both in 2016. Bike has definitely taken off like gangbusters.
Yeah.
But we've always had this base layer collection, and it's grown quite a bit. It doesn't get as much love, and part of that is it's harder to market because it's
Hmm.
just that it's your base layer. It's underneath layers
Yeah.
and layers of clothing. So we've got some great base layer pieces, cold weather pieces, cozy layers for snowy, cold climates, with more coming in the future for sure. A lot
Yeah,
more.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna share my screen here real quick for those who are watching so that you could see on the website. Here is the Wild Rye website, and this is the light base layers. Ooh, it's on sale. Go get yours now.
If you don't mind going to the layers, those are actually last season's, but just click on.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. There we go.
Oh my goodness. So the patterns are amazing. The colors are, even though for like, I would wear this one right here, the Olivia onesie, just to wear it.
The
Wouldn't even
onesie
be
is
a base
amazing.
layer. I would just walk
Rainy,
around in
sunny
it.
days, that thing is amazing.
That was actually going to be one of my questions. So you guys have a ton of amazing different patterns on your tops, your bottoms, all the things. How do y'all come up with that? How do y'all come up, like decide what's going to be the pattern or even the name? You have some cool names for all the apparel.
So we have worked with the same designer since before we launched in 2000. When did we launch? 2016. So we started working with Kelsey in 2015. And she hand draws every single one of our prints. And so she
No
works with us
way.
on trend forecasting, color forecasting. She's looking a lot to the runway, a lot to like coastal surf culture for inspiration. That tie-dye print, she actually hand tie-dyed fabric and digitalized
No.
it. Yep, right there.
Look at
So that was
that.
a tie-dyed thing. She draws every single element. She designs our silhouettes. And the best part about Kelsey, well, one, she's been with us 8 years now. But we found her on Craigslist.
No way. That's awesome.
It's
That's so
just like
cool.
the most entertaining story. She had just started freelancing before design. Freelancing was really a real thing. And so, yeah, I can't remember if she posted the ad on Craigslist or if my old business partner, Katie, had posted the posting, but we found each other and we've grown our relationship with Kelsey. I mean,
That's awesome.
10,
That's so
10x
cool.
or more. More
Friends
than
for
10x.
life now.
We started
Yeah.
working together. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys even have lifestyle. Look at the fleece. Oh dear God, I need some of this in my life. Oh, the overalls. I didn't end up getting those at Women of Oz. I should have
They're
gotten them.
lovely.
Now I'm all regretting it. There's everything, folks. There's hats, there's gloves, there's socks, there's beanies. Like, if you guys are looking to get anything for the winter or even prep for the spring as you're mountain biking, like, please check
Mhm.
out Wild Rye. And a lot is on sale too, which is great.
Yeah.
Um,
Women-led
uh,
Wednesday will be the best day to shop of the year. So just heads
yeah,
up.
Women-led
We'll be
Wednesday.
launching our Women-led Wednesday sale. It'll run from, I believe, Sunday through the following Monday. So
Wait, this Sunday, the
this Sunday,
19th?
yeah, we'll kick off our Women-led Wednesday sale on the 19th, but really hit it hard on Wednesday, the 22nd.
So, and it'll end on the 22nd.
It'll actually end following the Thanksgiving holiday. So we've got about a week-long sale planned.
Okay.
Hang on, my dog
All
is
right.
knocking on the door real quick. I need to
Oh,
let
no
her in.
worries. Bring her in. Let's meet the doggy. So, as Cassie was saying, the Women-led Wednesday is going to start on the 19th, which is Sunday, and it's going to go past the holiday, the Thanksgiving holiday, but they are going to be doing sales throughout this time. So you have to check in and see all the good things that are going to be released from Wild Rye and other brands as well. So tell us, what are some of the other brands involved with this? Because I would automatically think mountain bike, right? But a lot of the followers want to buy other things. So is it like jewelry, kids?
We have
Yeah.
jewelry, kids, skincare, wellness. I mean, we have a category, a brand's broken out by categories. And yeah, I mean, some highlights are like Wazelle, which is a big running brand out of Seattle. Title IX, one of the preeminent women's activewear retailers. We got some skincare, sunscreen brands. We have wine brands, spirit brands, food brands. So,
wow. Yeah. Well, here on their website, for you guys that are watching, the website is womenledwednesday.com, and you can go to the business directory and they have everything listed by category. So yeah, if you're looking for footwear, even bridal, that's so awesome. Jewelry, pets. Oh my God, pet. I don't have a dog anymore, but that's like the first thing I went to was pets.
Oh.
Everything is on here. This is absolutely amazing. So if someone wanted to get listed with you all, how do they do that? How do they go about contacting you?
You just head to the Women Led Wednesday website, and then up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a button that says Join Us.
Got
Yep,
it.
right
Yep.
there. And then you scroll down, and it gives you a little overview of, sort of expectations, but new list. And then at the bottom, it just says create listing. So you create a listing, and we'll go in and approve you once we make sure that we have all of the necessary information to fill out a complete profile page. But the more the merrier. The whole holiday is designed around the aphorism, a rising tide lifts all boats. We really believe that. And
Yep.
we rely on the collective promotion of the holiday by all participating brands to spread the word and build awareness with every brand's communities of followers. So yeah, it's a really special event. And this time of year, starting November, I get emails from countless women-led brands just asking, are we doing it again? What's, we're so excited to participate again. It gives us so
Yeah.
much energy heading into the holiday seasons. A lot of brands find that it's one of their biggest sales days of the year because
Mm-hmm.
we're all coming together and cross-promoting to some degree. And people have their heads on, ready to shop and support women in leadership.
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm gonna put something together as well this year for the ladies in mountain biking, but I'm also like I did last year, but I'm also going to definitely tag everyone because it is more than mountain biking. It's way bigger than mountain biking. So I'm really stoked about this. Let's go into mountain biking for a second now that we're talking about it. You've been a rider for a long time. You're in Idaho right now, is that right?
Yep. I'm based in
How's
Ketchum,
the
Idaho.
Ketchum? That's such a cool name. How is the riding out there?
I love it. I mean, it's really known for like long climbs, long descents, pedally, backcountry adventure riding. And I love it. It's honestly what I know. It's where I learned to ride. I've definitely gotten to taste some other areas over the years, and just got back from Sedona, which totally thrashed me.
I missed you. We were there for 2 weeks.
Oh, no. It was so fun. It just going to the desert always stretches my limits, and I tend to
Yeah.
punch above my pay grade and pretend like I'm able to ride things that I'm really not, and then end up crashing pretty hard. So
Oh, no.
definitely
Did
did
that
not
happen?
like this trip. Oh yeah, yeah. I have some pretty
Oh,
massive bruises all
no.
over my body still, but I love it. It makes me such a better rider. And
Did
finally got
you
to taste Whistler too, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
That was in the summer, right, for Crankworks?
yeah.
Did you
And
get to ride any other crazy, like, A-lines and any of those trails?
I don't think I rode a line, but I rode a lot. I spent a day in the park and then did a big climb day with a bunch of local Canadian women who humbled
Yeah.
me big time, and big technical climb and big technical descent. Something about the weekend. It was, yeah.
Yeah, do you
The ride
remember
name
that?
had something to do with the weekend. I can't remember.
Oh, so there's, like, an actual, like, ride name that you followed all of them on. I'll have to
Yeah,
look it up.
I went with a big group of. I have a friend that lives up there, so I went with her and her friends, and yeah.
That's awesome. I need to make it to Whistler, hopefully next year. We'll see. It's not that far. I mean, it's on the yeah, I don't know. I was talking with Ashley and she was like, "Just come, we could go." She has annual passes like to go. I'm just so jealous of her being able to go there whenever she wants. Good for her.
Awesome. That's awesome.
What was your favorite ride in Sedona? Do you remember? Like what were the trails that you did that you enjoyed the most?
Well, I was working. I was kind of a booth girl, not in
Oh,
interbike terms, but I was hustling at our Wild Rye booth. So I didn't ride a ton, but I did get to ride High on the Hog, maybe something about hogs.
yeah.
And then last time I was there, I rode Highline, and that was pretty humbling and really fun as well. So yeah.
Yeah, Highline. I think Sedona in general is a humbling experience. And
Yeah.
when I was there in the last 2 weeks, I was demoing a cross country bike, so Highline was not in the cards for me because there's too
Yeah.
much steepness in there for a low travel bike.
Yeah.
But speaking of bikes, what bike are you riding at the moment? What is your bike, your daily rider?
Yeah. I'm riding the Juliana Maverick, and I just heard that they
No.
discontinued the Maverick, which makes me so sad. But
Yes.
I absolutely love it. I had the high tower before that, and was really excited to switch over to the same bike ish, but with the Juliana brand. So
Wait,
yeah.
so would you get a newer version? Like, would you get a Rubion or a
I don't
higher
know.
travel bike that Juliana has?
I haven't ridden any of them. The Hightower Maverick is perfect for a mix around here and desert riding for me because I do so much pedaling. I don't
Yeah,
really want a super burly bike because that
fair
makes
enough.
chasing my friends and my husband a lot harder. But
I
yeah.
get that.
We don't have like tons of super burly tech features here in Sun Valley area. So I need that right balance that you can take it to the desert, but you can also put in a lot of miles on it.
Yeah. Have you tried the a mullet bike? I know that their Furtado is a mullet.
I've had a few friends that just got that and they love it. So maybe
I've
I'm a
Oh
creature of
my God.
habit. I like get really sad when I have to think about getting a new bike. I'm like,
I
I
mean,
just want it the way I want it. But
but keep the Maverick and then get something else. Like it's the old N+1 that Ash taught me. N
yeah,
plus
so true.
that doesn't
Problem is
go well. And
I have a small child, so I don't get out nearly as much as I would like to as is. So I think my
do you
next
bring him?
what's that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I might need a gravel bike one of these days. There's so many dirt roads around here, and I haven't really spent much time doing that. But everyone says that I live in one of the best gravel communities around. So
Ooh, maybe that is in your future once it starts to warm up because it's getting cold over there right now, isn't it?
yeah, it's about ski season.
Nope,
I
too
definitely have
cold
the
for me.
N+1 thing down when it comes to skis. You should see her.
That's actually my follow-up question. What are some of the other sports that you're into aside from mountain biking? Skiing, obviously.
Skiing. I dabble in Nordic skiing to get my fitness on.
Nice. Love it.
What
That's
else?
how I learned to ski.
I played lacrosse growing up and through college, and was a team sports girl my whole childhood. So I actually
Yeah.
coached collegiate lacrosse after college. So that's been a big part of my life. And I actually just, after 10 or 12 years, went and dug out my lacrosse sticks the other day for the first time in
Yeah.
literally 12 years. Mm-hmm.
And how did that go? How did it feel? Was it like riding a bike where you
It
just
was
back to it?
super fun. Yeah, because a number of nightmares I've had over the year that were like, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch anymore. I haven't done it in so long. And finally just went and did it and grabbed a friend of mine here locally that had played through high school and maybe a little in
Yeah.
college. And took our boys to the
That's
park and threw around.
that's awesome. Lacrosse is such a difficult sport. I've always watched it and it's such a difficult sport. One of my best friends in high school played lacrosse, but it's not a popular sport in Australia. So I was fascinated by it. Every time he was
Mhm.
playing, I would go and watch him play. It's
Yeah.
hard and it's physical.
Yeah. Well, so women's lacrosse it's definitely physical, but women's and men's lacrosse are pretty much two entirely different sports, different equipment, different
Ah,
rules. We don't wear the full padding, but we wear goggles, mouth guard. So definitely plenty of
yeah.
opportunity to get whacked, but it's not a true part of the sport. So,
Have you gotten whacked pretty hard before? I mean, if you played for a
oh
long
yeah.
time, you must
I mean,
have.
I had my Spanish teacher in college ask if I had an abusive boyfriend because I had so many bruises up and down my arm. Nope. I
It's
just,
just lacrosse.
I just play a
Either
sport
la-
that
it's either lacrosse or mountain biking at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. It's harder to round up, let's say 24 people to play a lacrosse game. So mountain biking it is.
Is your kid into mountain biking or skiing or lacrosse even, like sporty kid?
He is such a good little biker. He decided that he was done with his balance bike on a whim and just hopped on his pedal bike one day, late summer, early fall, and just surprised both of us and just took off
That's
pedaling.
awesome.
You're like, okay. And
How old?
he's 3.5.
Oh my goodness, he's
Yeah.
3.5 and he's on a pedal bike.
Yeah.
What a
And he's
champ.
shredding, like mountain bike trails, you name it. He, we were at a six-year-old's birthday party, and one of the 6-year-olds was like, Sawyer, you're too little to go off that. I don't even go off that. And Sawyer's like,
Watch me.
hold my Kool-Aid and watch me.
Oh my Kool-Aid. That's awesome.
He didn't say that, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Your analogy.
Yeah. Yep. And what happened? Did the 6-year-old follow him after that?
The 6-year-old never did it.
Oh, dang.
And Sawyer just did it like time after time after time.
Does that scare you as a mom to see that maybe he'll do some more extreme stuff when he's older? Or is that like a proud parent moment?
It's proud parent moment for now. We'll see. I definitely have little flashes of like what my future might hold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be safe though in all the things that he chooses to do.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do good decision making.
Yeah, for sure. What advice would you have for someone who wants to be an entrepreneur? As a woman has a really good idea, what's some advices you would give to that person?
I mean, there's so many different pieces of advice at different parts of the journey, but if you're just in the beginning stages and you're nervous to put something out there, I say just go for it, and then be prepared to pivot and adjust. But if you don't start, if you get paralyzed by perfection, you're never going to do anything. So that's something that I've had to teach myself is like, sometimes an email sent is better than an email, with a few typos is in the end better than an email that never gets sent. So, just perfect example. Like in the early days, the number of times I would panic because I realized that there was a typo in my email after I'd press send on it.
Yep.
At least it was out there telling the story, maybe not perfectly, but it was out there. Yeah. And then, I think that's my biggest, most consistent piece of advice. And it sort of stays true at every stage of the business.
I think you said that to me once, and I think about that all the time when I'm trying to do something. It's like, if you're going to be a perfectionist, that is going to hold you back because you're never going to finish it. And seriously, I think about that to this day. I was editing a video yesterday and I was like, okay, I just need to walk away from this. It's good. Like, stop trying to mess with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes done is better than perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the cool things coming up next year that we need to look forward to from Wild Rye?
Oh my gosh.
2024.
2024. Holy moly. We just had a 2025 product meetings today. So I have to
my gosh.
think about this. We have, you're going to see more of us in the gravel space to supplement our mountain bike, which is exciting. So we're continuing to build out our bike category. More to come on that. We are definitely adding more layering pieces to our snow sports collection and cold weather collection come fall 24. More great lifestyle pieces, new colors in the overalls that everyone knows and loves. A lot of new color and a lot of new prints. I'm actually, this spring season is one of my favorite collections to date, if not my favorite collection to date from a color palette print perspective. It's just a great diversity of prints, a little something for, everyone from, the edgier gal looking to get sendy to, the cool mom to the flower lover, so a little something for everyone. But yeah,
That's what I love about your guys' collection is that it literally is something for everyone. Like if you want to get something that's just plain or black or just one color, you've got that. If you want to
Yeah.
be all out and party and show your individuality, you could do so as well, which is
Mhm.
great.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exciting stuff.
And then I don't know, a lot of great events and great athlete team and all the things, all the different
All
layers.
the
So
things. You're living the
yeah.
dream, Cassie. You're living the dream and inspiring so many while you're at it, me
It looks a lot
included. You really
shinier
are.
on the outside, I promise.
I mean, I don't doubt it's a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifices,
I'm
but
not sure if I brushed my hair today, so yeah, those things get
I
missed.
don't think I did. Hence why I've got
Yeah.
a hat on. No, I'm just kidding. um, was there something you wanted to touch on that we didn't talk about in regards to the Women Led Wednesday that you want
Um,
folks to know?
yeah, I mean, I think it's just this holiday relies on the collective community amplifying the message. So anyone out there who's excited to spread the word, follow at Women Led Wednesday on Instagram, share some of our posts, just spread the word to your communities. It's a very grassroots initiative. So all the growth that we've had in the last 5 years has been the result of completely organic growth. So yeah, we'd love your help spreading the word. If you're not in a place to shop, no problem. Comment, share, like. Tell your friend, tell your mom, tell your brother. Like we'd love men to get involved and folks of all types to get involved and help spread the word. I mean, the ultimate goal is to create a more gender balanced economy, and frankly, it's a better landscape for everyone. So yeah,
100%.
we just are really
100%.
excited to have more folks involved in any way that they are able to participate.
I love that. And I'm going to leave all the information that Cassie just said in the link below for the podcast and YouTube and all the socials as well. So you guys can find it in multiple different mediums. One last thing I have for you is I know you said events next year. There's a ton of events you guys might be at next year. Is there a particular one that you're looking forward to the most that you will be there?
Me personally, oh gosh, I don't know which events I'll personally be at. Actually, I do have one that I'm really excited about. We are doing a
Yeah.
pop-up on Pearl
Ooh.
Street in Boulder, Q3 of next year. So starting June, July, and August. So we'll have a all Wild Rye retail presence in the heart of Boulder, Colorado. So we're really excited about that. That leaves a lot more question marks about where I'll be, but I am hoping to get to go to Sturdy Dirty and ride the 40 plus category. So
Yes. Are
that's
you going to do it?
if my
Okay.
schedule allows, that is a hope of mine.
If
And
you
I will not be
go, I'll
racing,
go.
but I will be participating.
No, 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 no. We have to race the over 40 category, Cassie. We have
Yeah,
to do
well, I
it.
mean, I'm just saying, like, racing and me is a bad idea. I get more competitive than my skill level. Like, my competitive nature and skill level don't align. So, I tend to injure myself when I think about it from a competitive standpoint. So yeah, I would love to ride it and be a part of it. And
Okay.
and if it looks like racing, great. But like to end it in
What
one
if
piece.
what if we do it for fun? Because the Sturdy Dirty is on
Mhm.
my bucket list. Like I've always wanted to do it. I wasn't able to make it this year. Maybe we should do a little something. We should get some women together in the over 40 category and
I
just
would
like
love that. That'd be so
do it.
fun.
Okay.
And
I'm
it's their
putting it on
10th
my list.
anniversary, I just learned.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Nice. All
Yeah.
right. Putting that on the list. Sturdy, Dirty, Enduro next year. Cassie's excited for that one, everyone. Pop
I'm
up in
excited for everything.
Q3. Yeah.
What's
I
that?
know. Pop up in Q3 at Boulder. You guys are going to have more of a presence in Boulder, Colorado. One more event. Any other event you're super looking forward to?
I mean, all of them. Can I list? We'll be at Sea Otter, we'll be at Rome, we'll be at Crankworks, we'll be at Women of Oz, Sunset Summit. We'll be at some local events. We'll be supporting KJ's Thunderstruck out East. Yeah.
Maybe the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival.
And
I don't
maybe the
know.
Sedona Mountain Bike Festival. I know. I want to hear more about the women's activations there because it's a
Yeah.
haul for the team, but it looks rad. And any chance to go
Yeah.
back to Sedona, especially with Rome consolidating just to Fruta. So yeah.
I know. Is there a calendar where folks can keep up with where you guys are going to be at, or should we just follow the socials? Is the socials
We
better or is the
do
website?
we do have an events calendar about where we're going to be. I don't know that it's updated for 2024. It's probably
Okay.
just updated
No
through.
problem.
Yeah, it's just updated through the end of this year. So we've
Cool.
got some November and December that are more local to Idaho folks. We have a holiday
Awesome.
sip and shop at our headquarters every year. So if you happen to be passing through Ketchum, Idaho on December 7th, we'll be
There
here.
you go. All right.
Yeah.
You guys need to check out the website. Also subscribe to their newsletter because I know they sent out a ton of really good info for everyone as well. It's a good way to stay in touch. Cassie, I know your time is precious. Thank you so much for taking the time and chatting with me today. I've loved having you on. I'm a big fan of yours, of all the things that you do. Hopefully we can meet each other again next year. It should be fun.
This is so fun. Thank you so much for having me. And happy holidays, everyone. And happy Almost Women Led Wednesday. And
Yeah.
keep crushing it, Mia. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you too. Have a great rest of your day.